And we are live. Today's topic of discussion comes from a Twitter account called Subversive Jake, and it's called hashtag Ryan the Boatmaker. Once upon a time, there was a boat maker named Ryan, who was tasked to build a mighty boat. Ryan had made boats before, but this one boat was being commissioned by one of the largest boat corporations in the world. It was going to be the biggest and grandest boat he ever made. Ryan quickly got to work on plans for his incredible boat. Within a few hours, his first draft was complete. "This is perfect," Ryan exclaimed. "This is perfect," agreed Kathleen, head of a large boat corporation Ryan was working for. Ryan's first draft was approved. A huge crew was assembled to construct Ryan's boat. Ryan enjoyed the construction process as the crew did whatever he told them to do, and everyone worked hard to make his vision a reality. "It's going to be a work of subversive genius, Ryan," said Kathleen. "I know," said Ryan. Ryan was certain that his boat would be a universally admired, groundbreaking masterpiece that all of his friends and co-workers agreed, with one exception, a troublesome subordinate called Mark, who wouldn't stop talking about his fundamental disagreement with the project. Mark had been involved with the boat corporation for decades and was instrumental in the success of their most popular boats, all overseen by a highly skilled and innovative boatmaker called George. Ryan did not have any involvement in these previous successes. "Shut up, Mark," Ryan said to his troublesome subordinate. "I'm sorry, Ryan," said Mark, "but I've worked on boats like this many times before, and there are fundamental problems with your design." Ryan thought this over for a moment before responding. "Shut up, Mark," said Ryan. After months of hard work, construction on Ryan's boat was complete. Many of Ryan's friends were invited to the grand unveiling, and they all assured Ryan that it was the best boat of its kind ever made. Ryan earnestly agreed. "Everyone is going to love it." The time finally arrived for the boat to set sail. As was customary, only the industry's most revered and respected boat critics were invited on board for the first few voyages. The critics wrote nothing but glowing reviews of Ryan's boat, exactly as they had been paid to do. The positive reviews, along with the boat corporation's world-renowned reputation, set anticipation for Ryan's boat at a fever pitch. As the public were finally granted access, Ryan eagerly awaited the praise he felt he deserved, but it soon became clear something was wrong. "This boat is extremely unsteady and is making me feel sick," said one passenger. "This boat isn't sailing in the right direction," said another. "This boat has got holes in it," exclaimed another. "This boat sucks," cried another, and half of the passengers agreed. The boat industry had never witnessed anything like it. At least half of the passengers complained bitterly about the quality and integrity of Ryan's boat. The remaining passengers fiercely defended it as a great subversive work of art. It was the most divisive boat in history. Although inwardly incensed by the wave of criticism, Ryan calmly defended his creation. "The goal is never to divide or make people upset," he said, "but these conversations were going to happen at some point if the boat industry to grow, move forward, and stay vital. The best way for the boat industry to grow, move forward, and stay vital is to make strong boats that stay afloat," retorted passengers, as the holes in Ryan's boats caused it to slowly fill with water. "I can explain why this isn't going to be a problem. This boat is not sinking." Ryan spent considerable time explaining why the holes in his boat were not a problem. When that didn't work, Ryan's friend Pablo and Brian further explained why the holes were not a problem. When that didn't work, Ryan's friend JJ said the passengers were threatened by women. "We have a problem with the boat because there are holes in it," reiterated the passengers. "You're all clearly threatened by women," said JJ. "What is your problem with women?" asked Pablo. "You're a hive of alt-right scum and villainy," said Brian. "Man babies," said Ryan. The more passengers complained about the structural flaws in Ryan's boat, the more Ryan and his friends insulted and belittled them. "Rest assured that most of these sinking dweebs are shouting into the void," said Ryan. "Look at my passenger's tear mug," mocked Brian. The most confusing of all were the passengers who insisted that Ryan's boat was the greatest boat of all time. Let your hatred of Ryan's boat die, they said. Kill it if you have to. What about all the holes? The boat is going to sink. We can't see any holes. What holes? Ryan's boat had made millions of dollars, so it must be great, said pro-Ryan passengers. But we paid to sail in a boat before we knew it had holes in it, said anti-Ryan passengers. We will never again sail on a boat made by this corporation, they added. A few months later, Kathleen's Boat Corporation made another huge boat, this one overseen by a different boat maker called Ron. Many passengers refused to sail on Ron's boat because of the holes in Ryan's boat and because Ryan and his friends had mocked and insulted them. Ron asked the passengers to give his boat a try, and even when they refused, he didn't insult them. Many suspected that Ron's boat had less structural problems than Ryan's, but a point needed to be made, and Ron's boat was the corporation's first ever financial disaster. What financial disaster, said Ryan when passengers pointed out that his faulty boat had caused this financial disaster. It was nothing to do with Ryan's boat, said Ryan's friends. It was because of new boats from rival boat corporations and because of boat fatigue. By now, at least half of the passengers had lost their faith in the boat corporation. Kathleen was fired. Ryan's future boat projects were canceled. The corporation's next huge boat, overseen by JJ, was another financial disaster. They had only themselves to blame. The end. This is so great. I mean, this is so great. The Last Jedi. What it could have been. Man, Ryan the Boatmaker. You need to give Subversive Jake a look. Hashtag Rian the Boatmaker. All right, that's it for today.